My project is called Hard Histories, and it begins with a question about whether history as a discipline, as a practice, can be one instrument in our work of social change, our work of social transformation. Hard history begins as a method. It asks historians and other practitioners to examine their own institutions, to look inward, to think critically about the stories we tell about ourselves, about our institutions, about our histories. It focuses in on the myths we tell, the partial truths, the silences, even sometimes the falsehoods that undergird our institutions, and then looks to, in a sense, replace those stories with examinations of the past that are more frank, that are more clear-eyed, that are more honest about the difficult histories that oftentimes undergird our institutions. For me, Hard Histories began in one part as a member of a university community. I was a historian at a university that was just discovering its own connections to history of slavery in the United States. And at the same time, I was discovering my own personal history as someone who was the descendant of women who were owned by a university president in the 19th century. So Hard Histories asks me not only to examine my institution, but to examine my own past. The last thing I'll say about Hard Histories is that it is very much an approach that embraces the view that history can be, perhaps should be, useful in our own time. It is an approach to history that does not shy away from or reject the threat of presentism in our own work. It is a practice that very much is rooted in the sense that our work as historians is grounded in the past, but has its own purpose, finds its purpose in the present.